Tell me, Stan.
Huh? Why could there?
Oh, Stan, it's... If only you had... You were...
I think... But the real...
Wait!
I fear...
Stanley. Monster. Stanley wouldn't... I'm sorry. Are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Yikes! We're busted!
Go away. Save your questions.
But...
Leave now.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me. Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor.
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your intrepid trip traversing Tevat?
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. Stanley, Oh, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more.
Stanley's really fond of that kid. Jack left.
Oh, I see.
Huh? All of a sudden, your face...
Just now, I couldn't bear to look at him. Just a weary old feckless fraud.
You're not a total fraud.
Stories, experience. To be honest, my memories of adventuring and that's my biggest secret of all. In all these years, I've been living to tell his story. But his personality and the details of his life, I don't remember them clearly anymore. But the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior. And that...
I'm too old. I never let go. I'm completely and utterly worthless. No adventurer should have to go that way. No adventure.
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Tavari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down. But I think that I'm gonna be okay.
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and this calls for a celebration! And by celebration, I do...
And by libation, you mean you're...
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for... I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly!
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it?
Brace yourselves. You made it.
Just tell us where you meet next time. So,
Yep. Well, sort of. When actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, Old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane. Even the birds couldn't get in or out.
Old Mondstadt? Oh,
That's right. The Tyrant of the Winds who once ruled from that tower was Decorabian. Back then, I was but a wisp among the 1,000 winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind. A gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better. Or tiny seeds of hope.
a tiny elemental being? Without a...
Yep. My current form is not so different from... In Old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told, where a tyrant ruled. I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom, and we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course! The suspense is killing, Paimon. Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for apples?
Getting a little peckish or something.
Paimon's
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back. Back to a song that I first heard from him. Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.